Yo, so guys, what's going on? It's ProfessorSnipe here, and welcome back to another gun review on my channel. Today we're doing my favorite pistol in Battlefield Play for Free, and this is the Deagle 50. But before I start off, I want to give a lot of shoutouts today. I'm going to give a total of 4 shoutouts today. The first one being D4RK WWE TV, and I'm guessing that's Dark WWE TV, and he's the one that recommended me to do this gun review because this is his favorite pistol and he wanted to see a gun review. I also want to give 3 other shoutouts. The first one to K3 Body Bag, the second one to Colonel Banks, and the third one to, and I'm sorry if I didn't pronounce this properly, Mark Zitten or Zitten. But for these 3 other shoutouts, they joined me during this game and they played with me for the next rounds and we had some fun times together. So, with those shoutouts being out of the way, let's get started with the Desert Eagle, or the Deagle 50. The Desert Eagle, or known as the Deagle 50, is a large-frame, gas-operated, semi-automatic pistol designed and manufactured by Magnum Research. It is born in the United States of America and in Israel. And just want to give myself a small interruption here. For these small clips, I tried not spawn killing, but the reason I spawn killed was I tried getting out of the way. Like when I climbed this ladder over here, I tried my best not to spawn kill, and that's why I tried being more passive and letting the enemies come to me so that I don't get blamed for spawn killing. But that's just one thing for that. So you guys don't really. It's just an explanation why it seems like I was spawn killing while I was just trying to bait them in. And yeah, so the Desert Eagle, or the Deagle 50, I'm going to call it the Deagle. The Deagle is unlocked at level 24 and it can be purchased for 3,999 funds or rented for 1 day for the price of 499 funds per day, and that's a lot of money. So in my opinion, I'll tell you at the end, I would suggest that you purchase this gun permanently instead of renting it. It's worth it and it saves you a lot more money. In Battlefield Play for Free, the Deagle is my favorite sidearm. It's my favorite pistol. I currently have the Steel Deagle 50, and that's the one I'm using in this gameplay right now. And the only way you could get it is by during the summer they had a competition where they gave out codes with the Deagle 50, and they did a competition where you have to get 1,000 kills with it, and if you get 1,000 kills with it, you get the Steel version permanently unlocked. And yeah, and I actually did this challenge. I finished it in 10 hours because they give you like a code to get it for 2 days, and I actually finished it in 10 hours. But that's just me. I'm a nerd, but whatever. So. But there's no differences. There's only the Steel has like red lights on the iron sights, and the gray one, which is the standard one, has like greenish lights. And I personally own both the Deagles, but for this class, the Recon class, I have a Steel Deagle. The positive aspects for the Steel Deagle, or the Deagle, is that it has a rate of fire of 240, which is pretty fast for a slow revolver. And it has 63 ammunitions in total, with 9 magazines and 7 bullets per magazine. The reload time is really fast, surprisingly at 2.1 seconds only, and the animation is very smooth and fluid, so it's very good. The zoom factor is something that's really also different with the sidearm. It zooms more than the other sidearms, and it has a zoom factor of 1.33. which is different than the normal zoom factor of 1.1, I think. The damage of this gun is very good. At close range, you'll be hitting 45 to 46. At medium range, you'll be hitting, or a bit farther, you'll be hitting at 40 to 41, sometimes in the 30s. And at long ranges, you'll be hitting from 13 to 17. And it's always a one-shot headshot at close range, and even sometimes at medium range, it can be a one-shot headshot. And for the bad aspects of this gun, I would have to say that the worst aspect is that you have a pull-out time of 0.8 seconds. So every time you see me switch to the Deagle, pay attention to how you have to cock the gun and kind of like, there's that animation right there where you have to like pull it out before you start shooting. So that's the only bad aspect I find about it that is very major, because it can really be the decision between life and death in a lot of certain cases. And another bad thing has to be the recoil. The recoil can be sometimes really non-manageable, but it tends to recoil a lot to the right and more than the left, and the upper right more than the left. So that's just, pay attention to that whenever you're using this gun. But it gets manageable after a lot of practice with it. Like myself, I played a lot with it, and it's personally my favorite sidearm, and I got really used to it. So that's why I feel like the recoil is more manageable for myself. But for other newcomers using the Desert Eagle, I would suggest you kind of practice using that gun. And the last, probably the worst, I mean the last bad aspect about this gun has to be the accuracy at long range. I know this is a pistol, so you shouldn't even be using this at long range, but if you want to try doing that, I would say that it's really, you shouldn't do it, because the damage is low. First of all, the accuracy is low at long ranges, and plus you only have 7 bullets, so just don't even try that. But that's those positive and negative aspects I find about this gun. And now I want to talk to you guys about how I use this gun. What's my playstyle with this gun, because it's something that it's pretty hard to explain, but I'll let you guys know, and I'll try my best to explain it. And this is how I think of this gun. It's kind of like a playstyle transitioner. So what I mean by playstyle transitioner is that if you're playing defensive, if you're playing a defensive role, whenever you press the button to activate, to switch to your deagle, it's like you should switch your roles. From playing defensive, you should switch to offensive. Or if you're playing offensive, you should switch to defensive. And the reason I say that is because this gun is very good at all playstyles, but it just feels really good whenever you play like that, and you get this sort of adrenaline. I don't know if it's just me, I get that, but I get this some sort of adrenaline whenever I switch to this gun, and for some reason I just play really, really well whenever I use it this way, with using this playstyle. So that's my suggestion how to use this playstyle. And for hip firing, this gun is not the best at hip firing. I've seen much better pistols. Definitely it's one of the worst at hip firing. Even the MP412 Rex excels or beats this gun at hip firing. But what I can say is that when you're really close, when you're at really close range, you can use the hip fire, you can get away with it. And aim down sight is very recommended because it's pretty fast and you zoom in pretty more than the other pistols, and it gives you more accuracy for some reason when you zoom in. But it's really recommended because you'll stay on target easier and it's much better. And for which class would I recommend using the sidearm with? I would recommend using the Recon class. Is my favorite because with the playstyle transitioner type of playstyle, it's really good if you're using a sniper rifle and you can combine that with a deagle, and it just works really well if you're playing offensive with the sniper and then you want to play defensive with the deagle by baiting the enemies, or you can do vice versa by letting the sniper rifle play more of a defensive role and letting the deagle play more of an offensive role. And all in all, this is my favorite sidearm for the for Battlefield Play4free because I find that it has a lot of firepower and it is one of the best. And I wouldn't suggest this gun for something like the medic class, because with the medic class you already have such great firepower, and it just by doing the deagle, by adding the deagle, it's not the best, especially that if you run out low on ammunition with your light machine gun, pulling out the deagle will be a bit different, and you won't feel as comfortable with it. But personally, I own the deagle with the medic class, but it's not my favorite. I would also recommend close range maps if you're doing the Deagle 50 only, but it's good at every single class. So, and map, by the way. And yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and like always, I'll see you guys next time. And right before I finish off this commentary, I wanted to give you guys the question of the day, which is, what is your favorite pistol in Battlefield Play for Free, and why? So let me know in the comment section down below your answer, and like always, have a great day.